Welcome, fellow watchers, to Off the Cuff. In this series, I will provide a short overview of a movie or show. After a quick synopsis of that installment, I will cover details or moments that I find particularly interesting. I will not give spoilers to future episodes or installments in this series. I will only reference events taking place before the episode or the movie that I discuss. Welcome back, watchers. We're halfway through Season 1 with Episode 7 titled Angel. Be ready to hunker down a bit and sip away with your tea or your preferred lascivious libation. This one's gonna take some time. This episode is essential viewing for anyone that wants to watch this series. There is a heck of a lot of setup for the extended lore and events throughout the rest of the show and its spin-offs. So let's get to it. The Master, still stuck underground, is hanging out with the Anointed, Colin. Darla arrives and he's sad that the Slayer is killing so many of my family. Colin tries to act. I would say, "Aw, that's so cute," but it really isn't.
Colin, what would you do about it?
I'd annihilate him.
To kill the Slayer, the Master summons the services of the Three. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome! Cut to the Bronze and its celebration all around for the fumigation party, where every year they close for a few days to fumigate the bar of its excessive bug problem. Xander calls out Buffy concerning her crush on Angel. Then he cuts an invisible rug on the dance floor and bumps into Cordelia. Oh, Cordelia's back. Hey, Cordelia. Okay then, bye, Cordelia. Speaking of Angel, there he is again. I see him.
It's Wookie again. Did you find my hiding place today? Find me yet? Here I am.
You can't miss the most mysterious part of his appearance, the super bright spotlight under his face. Where the hell does that light come from? Is he just that angelic? Buffy thinks she sees him and looks back and he's gone. Walking back home, Buffy is on a well-lit public sidewalk, and so it's the perfect time to get attacked by the Three. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. The Master called for these dudes specifically. They are elite specialists in their field and will most certainly be a foil for Buffy. The fight begins, and I'm barely even able to remain on the edge of my seat. It's so amazing. And she gets held, okay, and...
Good dogs don't.
Oh god, there's Angel again. Well, maybe the fight will be even more epic with him coming. They run away?
Is that it?
How odd, I wasn't expecting this. That's the first time I'm the one saying, "Is that it?" Dang, this show never ceases to surprise me. Buffy and Angel flee to Buffy's house. She yells, "Get in, come on," and slams the door behind the Three. I think they're vampires, so they probably couldn't get in without being invited anyways. And then Angel says,
A vampire can't come in unless it's invited.
Angel got a baby cut on his shirt. Oh, poor baby.
Poor thing. First thing we have to do is get you out of these wet clothes.
Angel, totally has to take his shirt off so Buffy can tend to him. Look at that tattoo. Ooh, you are a bad boy, aren't you? I bet you're so bad you don't even flush after going number 2. You're so bad. Buffy stares at Angel as his shirt is off, and there's so much sexual tension you could probably pop the humidity bubble with a wooden stake.
Ew.
But then Buffy's mother shows up. Whew.
You must be beat.
I am. We're a little gallery, but you've no idea.
Well, then why don't you go upstairs and get into bed and I can bring you some hot tea.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Angel, this is my mom. Mom, this is Angel.
Buffy's mother takes the awkward introduction like a champ. Then she goes upstairs to her room and just assumes that Buffy is letting Angel out the door. Right. I know Mom knows what's up. Buffy takes Angel to her room and they agree that he can sleep on the floor. No sense in going back out there with the Three lurking about. The next day, Giles is helping Buffy with her fighting skills, and whoa, he has a veritable armory of medieval weaponry in that library. Either that or Giles just has some secret fetishes we haven't learned about him just quite yet.
2 more of the brethren came in here.
He came.
They came after me.
Oh, that's not right.
Hey, that's cool, man. I won't judge. After school, Buffy goes back to her room and Angel is still freaking there? What the heck? Why wouldn't he just get up and be like, oh, it's the morning, cool. I'm just gonna skip out now and go to wherever I go. Oh, hey, how about I just spy on Buffy through the library window from outside? That sounds good. Seems I have no other purpose in life. Angel says that they shouldn't have a thing between each other, but then he's like, I just want to kiss you. Buffy is like, yeah, good idea. Let's not do this. Thankfully, nothing happens. Buffy decides instead to go looking for a throat lozenge that she misplaced. It's in Angel's mouth, so to remain sanitary and not put her unwashed hands into his mouth, gross, she ends up using her tongue instead. Angel gets a headache and she's worried as he turns his head. It's like, oh my god, Angel is a vampire! He jumps out the window and runs off. Buffy tells the gang about this predicament.
Can a vampire ever be a good person? Couldn't it happen?
Giles says that if he's a vampire, then he's just a demon. When a person is turned, their soul is removed and it is replaced by the demon that possesses the body. So Buffy asks,
Why was he good to me? Was it all some part of the Master's plan? It doesn't make sense.
Angel's a vampire. You're a Slayer. I think it's obvious what you have to do.
It is a Slayer's duty.
Yeah, I know you have feelings for this guy, but it's not like you're in love with him, right? You're in love with a vampire? What, are you out of your mind?
Cut to Angel back at his lair, moping. Darla arrives and starts immediately taunting him and saying that he's gone soft. Then there is tons of forced exposition to try and give the audience a history on their long history together, a textbook example of telling and not showing. You and I both know what you hunger for, what you need. Darla is getting under Angel's skin. I mean, he just comes back from trying to help Buffy retrieve her throat lozenge, and he messed all that up. So now Darla is mocking and goading him? He's starting to get riled up into a boiling rage. Cut to the library, and Giles is looking into old Watcher diaries from the past, which now he happens to realize has oodles of information. He finds out that Angel is a 240-year-old vampire that was once one of the most notorious killers throughout Europe until about 80 years ago, when he came to America and sort of disappeared. The Master reconvenes with Darla and she can't wait to kill the Slayer. The Master and Darla recall the good old days when Angel was a bad boy. I think he still is pretty bad, but not in a good way. Oh, and the Master punishes the three by killing them? That's the last of this badass team, the three.
Is that it?
Willow talks with Buffy about her crush with Xander. Then Buffy talks about the kiss between her and Angel. And Darla is lurking in a dark corner. Awesome. More fuel to feed the chaos she seeks to incite. Darla heads to Buffy's house and tells Buffy's mom that she's there to help Buffy with a history lesson. Darla is invited in. Oh my god, no, don't do that, Buffy's mom. Don't do that, oh no. So Darla attacks Buffy's mom and Angel shows up only to be really pissed off. Also, he's tempted by the sweet nectar of fresh blood flowing through the veins of Buffy's mom's neck. Darla bolts and Angel picks up Mother and Buffy walks in. He gets chased off by Buffy. At the hospital, they learn that Buffy's mom is going to be alright. Oh, thank God. She doesn't remember much of the events, only recalling that Buffy's friend stopped by. Buffy is now going to kill Angel. Buffy takes a crossbow out of the library armory we just learned about and heads to the bronze to take him down. Darla manages to further manipulate Angel into becoming more enraged, mocking the idea that Buffy could ever have feelings for him at all, likely to shirk away at his true face.
Did you think she would understand? She would look at your face,
your true face and give you a kiss.
But all this shows that Darla is a master manipulator, and Angel is falling right into her coercive trap.
What do you want?
I want it finished.
That's good. You're hurting me. That's good too.
Giles talks with Buffy's mom and realizes that the friend was someone named Darla, not Angel. But Buffy is on the hunt. Buffy heads to the Bronze and Angel is there, ready to confront her. He's beginning to revert to his old ways and is most certainly not his normal, "Oh, I'm a tortured pretty boy" self. He even goads her into killing him, but she chooses not to.
Come on. Don't go soft on me now.
He then admits to Buffy that he was a pretty awful vampire, and then one day he killed a young gypsy girl. He was then punished with a gypsy curse that was able to put his soul back into him.
When you become a vampire, the demon takes your body, but it doesn't get your soul. No conscience, no remorse. It's an easy way to live.
So unlike other vampires, he has remorse and feels the consequences of his actions.
I haven't fed on a living human being since that day.
So you started with my mom?
I didn't bite her.
Cursed with a conscience for all the evil deeds he has done, he no longer feeds on living humans. Darla shows up and riles Buffy up by saying that she and Angel had a long-standing romance over many generations. Oh, and she made him too.
I made him.
There was a time when we shared everything, wasn't there, Angelus?
So Buffy is nothing compared to her. Buffy whips out her crossbow, and Darla whips out the dualies.
He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue.
While Darla is preoccupied going after Buffy, Angel comes up from behind and kills Darla. Holy moly. They dusted Darla already?
Is that it?
I thought she'd be around a little longer, but okay. Darla's death really makes the Master angry and sad, but don't worry. The Anointed reassures him that they will kill them all, so it'll be alright. Cut to the Bronze and it's open again. Angel is watching Buffy from a distance again. Angel says they can't be a thing together. He has to walk away. Buffy agrees, until she doesn't, because she goes up to him, and I think she finally gets her throat lozenge back.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Well, as long as they're not kissing.
You okay?
It's just...
Painful. I know.
Her necklace burnt a cross onto Angel's chest. Symbolism or something? So there's the recap of episode 7 titled Angel. Come to think of it, a heck of a lot happens in this episode. And what did I think about this overall? Well... I mentioned before about my frustrations when an episode introduces a character in the same episode where they are the crux of the story's events. It takes away the opportunity for the viewers to slowly learn who these people are. They are just a cheap prop to tell the story for that week's installment. But now we have Darla, who's been around for a few episodes now, and she has her chance to shine. And shine she does.
Guess what, Precious? You're not one of them.
When Darla meets Angel in his moping lair, it essentially becomes two people telling each other everything they already know about one another. This kind of telling and not showing when two people talk about stuff they did in a conversation which forces details for the audience to know can be really annoying. Sadly, they wrote themselves into a corner when they decided to cover at least 3 episodes of material into this one. There's no time for finesse.
We'll do it live!
Seems like they're still trying to get situated on how to handle what they want to do long term, cutting corners to get to the nitty gritty as if they're already running out of time. But we do have 5 more episodes to get her done. Darla's participation in this episode is the highlight of this episode, if not the whole season up to now. She's the driving force of this installment, working to exploit every character's weakness to attain her own goals, which is awesome. She convinces Buffy's mom to invite her in. She knew Angel would soon show up and make him give in to his base desires, where he's tempted to feed on a living human for the first time in 80 years. She runs off to leave Angel compromised, causing Buffy to see the darker side of Angel. Then she returns to Angel and tries to convince him to embrace the bad. She referenced their long history to remind him of his darker side. She even likes it when he gets aggressive, and she wants him to be enraged, so that he would take Buffy out when they meet again. She further states that Buffy wouldn't like Angel if he was vamped out, hinting that she could never thoroughly accept all of who or what he is. Then Darla goes to work on Buffy. Darla mentions her long history with Angel. She even says that she made Angel. That's how intimate they are. Buffy should just give up, because what Darla and Angel had can never be matched. So, once the final showdown comes to fruition, Darla has done the following. Stoke the fire under Angel to get him to be worse than he's been in decades. She sows the seeds of distrust between Angel and Buffy, trying to pry open a chasm between their fledgling relationship. She manipulated events to coerce Buffy to distrust Angel, hoping that the two of them will fight and turn Angel back into his old self to join Darla and the Master once again, like the old days. Very well played. The only drawback is that this all happens in a super condensed time frame for a single episode. There's enough material here to drag events across at least 3 solid episodes, but instead it is a kind of summary of events that speeds by too quickly to be fully soaked in and digested. Darla played the grand maestro, conducting Buffy and Angel's near mutual demise to her insidious machinations. It's rather masterfully done, and these are the good elements of her bad character shining through. Then they dust her. They were so close to raising the stakes by keeping her on as a regular. Maybe until the end of the season at least, or another 3 episodes at minimum, perhaps? In the show's defense, I understand that while they were making this series, it was on the verge of cancellation for every season until the end of season 5. So for season 1, they want to pack in a lot of material and conclude the main story arc while establishing a foundation for potential future material that can be fleshed out in later seasons. Juggling 2 scenarios into one show is lots of pressure, I get it. But I would like to evaluate my feelings on the show at face value, without considering the pressures and uncertainties that happen behind the scenes. So with that said, I have to think and wonder about what could have been done with Darla for a longer length of time before she gets dusted. I won't let that completely define how I feel about this episode as a whole. There was a fair amount that was really good in this, even more than just my ramblings about Darla. I feel there may be the potential for something of value to be found with Angel now, maybe? Finally? Sure, a lot of the forced exposition is clunky, but it's not a deal breaker. I appreciate all we get to learn about Angel, about vampires being soulless demons, and getting a glimpse of the concept of well-traveled and weary vampires living through history. Great ideas which would have been better served in smaller bites, trickled out through a handful of episodes. All the surprises that popped up unexpectedly in this episode could have been the backbone for the main plot progression throughout the last half of the season. It could have all culminated into a final showdown between Buffy, Darla, the Master, and when it's time for Angel to choose a side, the audience waits with bated breath to see which side of him takes over. Does he help Buffy and friends? Or has Darla convinced him that he's too bad to ever be truly good? Who am I to make such considerations or ponderances? Perhaps the last half of this season will top my ramblings on what could have been done and show me up by being even better. Soon these questions may be answered. Thank you for your patience during my long ramblings at the halfway point of this show's season. Angel. Until next time, fellow watchers.